Hello, everybody. Jim Powers here at MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision, and a lot of great things going on as we transition from our winter sports over to our spring sports. We'll be interviewing baseball coach Seth Von Barron and softball coach Liz Kelly throughout the week. We'll also catch up with head wrestling coach Mike Denny as they get ready for the NCAA Nationals this weekend. But great things going on with our men's soccer program. Hired a new coach a few weeks back, and it's our first time to actually get a chance to catch up with David Korn. And once again, welcome to Maryville. We are so happy to have you.
Thank you very much, Jim. I appreciate you having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Let's talk a little bit about your past experiences. And I know you've been an assistant coach over at SIUE for many years and really helped build that program to be a powerhouse in the Missouri Valley Conference.
Yeah, I feel fortunate to have gotten the chance to work there the last few years. Got to come over to a program that obviously had a great history and tradition, has bounced between Division I and Division II. And I think the last few years we had a great deal of success reaching the tournament, and this past year winning the conference for the first time was fantastic.
So what are going to be some of the things we are going to see from you? Obviously, this is the big recruiting push for everybody. And the nice thing is the Maryville team didn't lose a whole lot of senior players from last year.
No, we've got a good group returning, so that's been one of the best things so far the last 2 weeks is kind of getting to know those players individually, what some of their motivations are, and then getting to evaluate the team. I think the assistant coach Graham's done a great job in the interim of getting the guys ready. Obviously, we do return guys with quite a bit of experience, and now it just becomes trying to look to fill some of the pieces where we can continue to get better. And for the current guys here, how do we build the best culture and the best team moving forward?
When you were looking at this job, what was one of the things that stuck out to you in saying, I want to be the next men's soccer coach at Maryville?
I think a lot of it is the people here. I mean, I've been very impressed with the vision of Marcus as our athletic director. There's so much positive momentum going into the program, not just for soccer, but for the athletic department as a whole. It's obvious the investment by our university, our president, and they want to see the sports be successful. So to come to a program that has a good alumni base, which our soccer program does, to have taken a positive step forward this past year in terms of becoming more competitive in the GLVC, and I think the future investment makes it a really exciting time to be a part of the program.
And I'm sure you had a chance to go back and see some of the games from last fall. What's some of the things that jump out to you and your excitement level with some of the guys that are going to be returning for us this year?
Well, I think we have some very good senior leadership, and that's key. I've told the team we might have some good recruits come in, and that's fantastic, but you can't rely on those players. We can't just hope that they're going to show up in the fall and in 2 weeks of preseason be the guys we're going to count on. So I've been really impressed. Two guys that will be seniors for us, Henry and Nico, both have a ton of experience. I think they'll both be a key part of our team moving forward. And then we've obviously have some very good younger players. So I think Christian returns in goal, and he's going to be someone who is really important for us throughout the next few years. And I know he has a good trajectory and many high goals for himself as a player and as well as the program. And we've got a player in Pontus who was injured this past fall, but I think will be very strong for us as we start the fall campaign. And another guy in Eric who played a lot of minutes in the midfield. And then we're going to look at kind of the rest of the group and see how we can continue to best utilize them. And for me, there is a talented core of players here, and that's really exciting.
And you get to play on the turf field next year. Now, I know coaches, and I know everybody's torn about this. Natural grass, play turf. I've seen both. And I know if it gets wet, it skips a little bit, maybe a little bit faster on the turf. What are your thoughts as a head coach when it comes to that?
For us, we're going to play on turf and grass throughout the course of the season. So we want to just be at a place at home where we know that the field's going to be consistent. It's going to be a good quality. Having not been here before, in terms of seeing the whole season and how the grass holds up, we know the turf in November is going to be like the turf in September. So for us, it's just about kind of focusing on the things we can control. And we're going to play in a lot of different conditions this year, at home and on the road. So it's great we can train on the grass. And then it's great that we'll have a turf field to play on as well. So for me, it's exciting because I know we're going to have a great surface.
I'm just happy about it because we won't have to worry about canceling broadcasts when it's raining and we have to move games to Lou Fuse.
Definitely. That would be nice.
So, and also, the great thing too is, and I know over at SIUE, those guys did a great job in, broadcasting their soccer matches. Joe Pott's a good friend of mine. How does it feel for you as a coach to know that all of your games are going to be, home games are going to be on Saints Vision, and we're looking at the capability of video streaming this year?
I think it's massive. When we look at how we market and brand the program, it's important. We want to be, a destination, not just for folks in the West County, but for folks in St. Louis and for folks in this region. So for them to be able to jump on if they can't make it out to a game and get to see us play, or for our alumni to stay connected, for a lot of our parents who maybe don't live in the area, or for some of our kids who have international families, that's big in terms of just continuing to connect people to the program. And I think as we go and recruit or sell the program to people, to be able to point them to that is awesome. So we really appreciate the work you guys are doing.
Awesome stuff. Well, once again, welcome to Maryville. I'm excited to work with you, and we're going to have a lot of fun as we move forward.
I look forward to it. Thanks, Jim.
No problem. David Korn, our brand new soccer coach here at Maryville University. We'll be catching up with him throughout the summer, and also once we get into the fall season with the start of the soccer season in September. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.